on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Just about set for football. Blake Grupe is ready to get us started.
And off we go from Tampa.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
There he goes left side.
Still on his feet. Inside the 20. DeAndre Swift.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
DeAndre Swift with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Saints at 15-1 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll look to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
So the awareness of knowing where the 1st down marker is not just for the offense. I mean, his defense has to understand that too, and they gave up a huge one there.
Oh, yeah, this is one of those situations defensively. You're just counting on getting the football back.
No doubt about it. You've already projected yourself to the bench, and with a little bit of smile on your face for having stopped them, and now you've got to regroup and play again.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they're up to the challenge.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
If you look at this Saints defense,
they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And, CD, you look at this defense, you know, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
A 4th down. Here's Jay Camarda on to punt for the Bucs.
This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Through the middle of the field.
Touchdown. Taysom Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And the lead is now 10-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33.
This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates him apart.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Evans here.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
This is Swift on the counter.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Cade Otton,
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
and the Buccaneers are able to move back in front.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And got his man complete.
Still going.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read,
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Murray now.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. 72 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after, good by Grupe.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously won this.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Here's Murray.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
Pete Werner providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Jake Camarda now.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
This is caught inside the 15. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray.
A quick pass here to Godwin. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Murray now to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. To throw is Murray.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics, what's up?
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Murray going to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
There's Chris Olave.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
They'll set up a throw.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8.
They'll look to throw again.
At the 24.
This is caught. Touchdown. Taysom Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was a...
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all
Previous play
reviews
is
coming
under
from the
review.
replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The thing that they'll be looking at is a...
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. And Shaheed going to go in motion. That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as it...
Here's a diving catch right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Down at the 25.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Buccaneers 20.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Pete Werner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Pete Werner, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it just outside the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. You like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
8-yard pickup. And the Saints first down.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Back to throw now on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Boy, just as they thought they were going to add to their lead, the run gets pulled from right underneath them on that pick. And now after that big return, might be the other sideline grabbing the lead.
Yeah, very well could be. This where you count on your defense to go out and make...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. DeAndre Swift for his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They'll try to run with Swift.
But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And this one taken in by Olave.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. A point after, good by Grupe.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
First down, Murray. He completes it to Evans. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive play.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And now they're in the hurry up. Murray now on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Bucs are back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken back near the goal line. So that'll come out to the 25.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He completes it to Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So here we go. A big spot now for Blake Grupe.
This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So now the Bucs down by 8, 55 seconds remaining. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Murray to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This will be caught at about the 6. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. this to make it a two-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game, his third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for New Orleans,
they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the